Hello, this is Mark. Welcome to Recovery Freedom. The topic we'll talk about is called blackout drinking. What is blackout drinking? Well, blackout drinking can occur in two different forms. One form is when you don't recall certain moments of the night that you went out drinking. Another form is when you don't recall the whole entire night that you went out drinking. Now, when you have a blackout, this occurs, and it could be a form of alcohol abuse. And if you start to have multiple blackouts, this could be also having a problem with alcohol. So the most subtle form of having blackout is when you simply don't recall certain parts of an evening you went out drinking, and you're having a conversation with someone that you're with the following morning and the following day, and someone says, do you remember when you did this? You remember when you did a certain thing, and you don't recall. And this can be kind of embarrassing because you actually don't know what you did. And you're not sure if you hurt somebody or whatever you did. You're not even sure about it. And it can be, an embarrassing occurrence, and especially if you hurt somebody, and pretty shameful as well. Now, when you don't recall the whole entire evening, and you wake up in either someone else's bed or in your car, or you know where your car is, now this can be very scary. And having a blackout is not something to be, taken pretty lightly, because having blackout is you don't remember anything that you did. That's the most severe form of having blackout. And also, when you have a blackout, while you're in the blackout, you may be, talking and walking and doing things, but the scary thing is that, when you wake up, you don't know. It's like you don't know what happened. And what's worse than not knowing what happened? And I've heard stories of people that have been in blackout and they wake up in jail. And I know people whose children, so they're older people whose children actually woke up in jail from having a blackout because they were pulled over drunk driving or got into a fight. And can you imagine this type of scenario? Going out drinking and going out with your friends. And it could be probably one of your first time drinking, and you drink to excess. And then you hop in your car. And then you wake up the next morning and you're in jail, only to find out that you got into an accident and you killed somebody. You have no recollection of the event, that you actually got into a car and killed somebody, and you're in jail. Your life is over. That's a severe case of having blackout, and it has happened. And if you're not careful, because anytime you go into a car when you're drinking, you're taking a gamble. And I can tell you from first-hand experience that it's not fun, because I drove and I had a blackout and I got pulled over for drunk driving. Luckily enough, and luckily for me, I didn't get into an accident. But when I got a blackout, I was in jail. And it's not a fun place to be. And I'm just speaking from first-hand experience, and I just want to share that so that somebody that's listening or watching that's had a blackout may take a look at themselves and say, well, maybe I should stop drinking. Because if you have more than one blackout, because I used to be a blackout drinker, I experienced both forms of blackouts. I didn't recall certain parts of an evening, and it was very embarrassing for me sometimes when I would go back to a certain bar and they wouldn't let me back in because I offended people. Or I don't recall how I got home. And I used to wake up like on a couch, and it's very nerve-wracking, but I still continue to do that. And it's because of the fact that I had a problem drinking. And I didn't think I had a problem drinking. I thought I was having fun, like a lot of us do. And if you have a blackout drinking, maybe it is fun. But the thing is that the worst case scenario, and believe me, you don't want to be in that worst case scenario, it's waking up in jail after having gotten into an accident and killing somebody. And don't think it won't happen to you, because you never know. Anytime you walk into a car when you're drinking, that could be a probability. You have little or no control. And if you don't recall, if you're drinking so much you don't recall what's going on, that is very dangerous. So if you have a mild blackout, which you don't recall certain moments, and it's happened more than once, I would seriously take a look at that as maybe you have a problem drinking. And if you blacked out more than once in which you don't recall going home, or the evening you woke up in someone else's bed, or someone else's place, or someplace you're not even sure how you got there, then that's something to be really take a look at. Because you're putting your life and the life of danger, the life of other people in danger when you have a blackout and you go into a car. Or even if you don't go into a car. Because you don't know what you're going to do. You become very unpredictable. So I just wanted to just bring up a topic about blackout drinking and the severity of it, because it can be very severe to not recall either certain parts or a whole entire night that you were drinking. And if this happened more than once, then I would just take a look at my drinking and maybe address the fact that I might have a problem drinking. So that's it for now, and thank you very much.